Alright, what's up everybody? It's Kami. Welcome to a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable anime reviews, episode 30, Cats Love Yoshikage Kira, aka the Stray Cat episode. Now, I've been waiting for this episode for a long time because I really like this little mini arc with Stray Cat a lot. Actually, it's I think it's pretty important towards Kira's character because we kind of get to see how serious he really is with keeping his identity sealed after, you know, his face swap and stuff with Kosaku Kawajiri. He's really trying to live this guy's life without any suspicions raising whatsoever, so he can, you know, continue to live his quote-unquote peaceful, quiet, normal life in Morio after, you know, being confronted by the Joestar gang, you know, beforehand. And I think it's really cool to see this side of Kira that's more concerned. You know, he's always been like played back to an extent until, you know, he has his murderous tendencies, and that's when he gets all crazy and he starts acting all wild and shit like that. But it's really cool to see this character go from, you know, having these random little fits and stuff like that over trying to murder people to, you know, being so concerned with a damn stray cat, a little stray cat that just so happened to get struck by the arrow that ended up developing a stand, you know, and turning into a plant, which I guess that's normal for JoJo standards, considering it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and a lot of bizarre shit goes on. But you know, I think it's really cool. We get like the opening scene with Kira and Hayato talking, and you know, Hayato's already suspicious about this guy that's quote unquote, you know, his dad, and Hayato knows that some shit is going on, which, you know, we see later with his suspicions on Kira having videotaped him, seeing him going into the attic with cat food and stuff, and then you know, end of the episode, he actually goes up to the attic or whatever, and he finds the stray cat, and it like restrains him against the ceiling with, like, you know, little air bullets or whatever, and he has no idea what's going on because he can't see what it's doing. He can see the plant, but he can't see what it's doing, you know, with his actual stand ability. And you know, it's just really cool to see Hayato finally get some action after a while too, because he's been around for a couple episodes now, but he hasn't done much. But it's cool to see him, you know, now trying to catch on to Kira and seeing how concerned Kira is as towards not getting found out, and having him rush up the stairs just to check everything. But Aito's kind of smart too, so he leaves it set up so that it looks like the stray cat was struggling to get the cat food, and he has the cat food all over the floor, and the bag is next to the cat. So Kira's like, oh, you know, maybe the cat was just struggling to get through. You know, I thought it would be okay if I kept, you know, the window closed in the attic, because if light got in, it would wake up a stray cat. And you know, the window was a little bit open left from Hayato keeping it a little bit open. And that was cool to see. You know, Kira really got defensive and very protective over this cat, which I think is, you know, it's great. It's like this guy that's going around murdering people in this quiet little town, you know, and he's really sick. Kira's a pretty fucked up guy in the head. He's not normal by any means whatsoever, you know, going around having this hand fetish and killing women, cutting their hands off, and then, you know, carrying them around until, you know, the hand starts to like wear out or whatever, and then, you know, going and getting another one. That's really bad. You know, that's not anything normal, of course. You know, see people going around just killing women, cutting their hands off, and then keeping the hands with them, talking to the hands, going out on dates with the hands. That's really weird. Kira's a weird guy. He's got issues, but you know, it's cool to see him being so concerned over this damn cat and his not even his wife, because technically, you know, he's living somebody else's life. He's living the life of Kosaku Kawajiri. You know, Shinobu's not necessarily his wife, but he's really treating her like that, and it might just be a part of him trying to conceal his identity and not get found out, because if he randomly, you know, has to kill Shinobu and Hayato out of nowhere, then, you know, it's going to be really suspicious, considering that we'll see later on, actually, some stuff with the Joestar gang and Hayato. I'm not going to get into too much detail because, you know, there's probably going to be anime only people that are watching this, so I don't want to spoil that for them. But be looking, like, you know, look forward to that. It's going to be really cool to see this all tie in with that. But there is some concern around Hayato, but it's cool to see Kira have a lot of concern for, you know, somebody that's not even his wife, which, of course, given his situation, you know, he's trying to make it, you know, seem that he's Kosaku by all means that he possibly can, and not get found out. So, you know, he's trying to take care of Shinobu when her nail gets blasted off by the air bullet from Stray Cat. You know, he like kind of freaks out about it, and he doesn't want her to get hurt. He doesn't want her to find out anything's going on, so he confronts the stand, you know, and then later befriends it. And that's when he keeps the, you know, Stray Cat inside of the attic and stuff. And like even before that, he gets to see Shinobu, you know, just being a little cutie, just doing her thing, playing with the cat until you know, it gets struck by the glass or whatever. And you know, Kira's just like, oh well, it's not your fault, so don't worry about it. And he's being real comforting. Now, you know, like I said before, this could just be part of him not trying to get found out by, you know, the Joestar gang, and him just trying to keep his identity on the low. But it kind of shows that he's a little bit concerned for Shinobu as well. And you know, this is never really talked about a lot. There's not much to back up if it was, you know, maybe just for him sealing his plan, or if he's actually starting to feel some type of way for her. But you know, I'll personally take it as he's starting to feel some type of way for her. You know, in some sort. He feels some concern and some care for her. So I guess, you know, even this crazy fucked up guy like Kira can, you know, sit down and not be this creepy, murderous, crazy guy every 2 seconds, and he can actually take care for someone. Whether, you know, like I said, just being towards him not being found out or not is, you know, just the Kira thing. It's definitely a little bit of both, at least I'd say, in my opinion. But it's cool to see him be so concerned over somebody that's not even his wife, and, you know, somebody that's not even his kid, like Hayato. He's also kind of on the lookout for Hayato, just to make sure he's not suspicious, because Kira is also, you know, pretty observant. He's a pretty smart guy himself. So the, you know, interactions between him and Hayato are pretty cool, because Hayato even picks up on, you know, a lot of suspicions, looking at the shoes, how the shoes don't fit. Kira Kosaku's feet were a little bigger apparently, so his shoes don't really fit Kira that well. So Kira's trying to swap them out without the family noticing. Hayato kind of has a eye for, you know, little things like this, so he kind of notices that. Like, and Kira also eats the shiitake mushrooms in the dinner that Shinobu makes. Shinobu even states, you know, oh, normally you don't like these, but you're like, you know, eating them up. That was my plate of food, because I always take out the shiitake mushrooms for you. And he's just like, oh shit, in his mind. He had no idea. But she's like, oh, I get it now, you know, maybe you just weren't sure if you didn't like them or not, but I guess you really love my cooking. And he's like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. And he kind of just goes along with that, which I don't blame him, because trying to live somebody else's life and not knowing small things like he doesn't like shiitake mushrooms, and then here you are eating the shiitake mushrooms, and it's like, oh shit. I guess I like them now. And it's just one of those things that happens there that gives a little bit of, you know, I guess, attention to the character. Just, you know, for the cause of just having that there, give a little bit more insight on the character. You know, it really does bring out the concern in Kira of him trying to be Kosaku as well as he can. You know, like just starting from his OCD of trying to perfect Kosaku's handwriting and writing his name all the times that he wrote Kosaku Kawajiri over and over and over and over a couple episodes ago on a sheet of paper, just going, you know, over and over and over writing the name. It really shows his OCD for these things. He's really trying to be Kosaku Kawajiri, and that's why I really like this little mini arc with, you know, Stray Cat. You get to really see Kira's concern and his emotion towards becoming this man so that nobody finds out that he's Kira Yoshikage. It's really cool. But that's pretty much it. Next episode, we're going to get, what's the stand called? A Superfly, there you go. It's the radio tower stand, which we saw actually in the very first episode, and Jotaro points out, oh, there's a radio tower here. And it's just like, you know, I've been waiting on that too. since then, but that'll be next week's episode. Of course, normally these will go up on Friday, but I was kind of busy yesterday. I didn't see the episode yesterday, but I didn't have the time to sit down and record this, little review thing until today. So I do apologize for that. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We'll be uploading more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure content, made videos explaining a lot of different things. I've already made a video talking about how King Crimson works. I'm also going to be uploading a video probably on Monday on a couple plot holes actually with Kira Yoshikage. So if you guys are excited for that, then go ahead and leave a like and stuff. Comment down below any other video ideas or any things that you guys want me to talk about, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.